Now, South Australian health authorities believe a new case of coronavirus is linked to the Parafield cluster that originated in hotel quarantine earlier this month. Reporter Ben Nielsen joins us now from Woodville High School in Adelaide. Ben, good morning. So what can you tell us about this new case?
Hello, Joe. So we thought we got through yesterday without a new case, but about 7:30 last night, SA Health released a statement about a girl here at Woodville High School who tested positive. This morning we heard from the Deputy Chief Public Health Officer that the teenage girl is linked to the cluster that emerged in Adelaide a bit over a week ago, and that it's possible that she is linked to the pizza bar, which is also in Woodville, this very suburb. He said that she doesn't represent any community transmission because it can be linked back to that cluster via the pizza bar, and that because this school is so culturally diverse, he's really hoping that the community will rally behind health authorities and help issue public health advice within their communities itself. That takes, Joe, the cluster to 30, and there are 39 active. There are still over 4,000 in quarantine currently, and tests have risen again. So we had just over 9,000 on Tuesday. So good news, health authorities are saying.
And so, Ben, it sounds like this girl has been in quarantine for some time.
The girl at the school?
Yeah.
That's not known, Joe. So the alert was only issued yesterday, and obviously she attended school on Monday, which was actually the first day back for South Australian schools since that hard lockdown of 3 days. And there were some restrictions around how schools were operating during that period, so staggered lunchtimes and assemblies weren't happening to kind of reduce that capacity of people in one room at one time. But the girl is believed to have been at school when she was possibly positive.
Oh, right.
And health authorities say that they're also looking at public transport. You can hear the bell going behind me, but no one's actually at the school today. They're all home. That's maybe 1,000 students and staff who are remaining at home. So she was at the school on Monday, and everyone who was there at that time is being advised to monitor their symptoms and stay at home as well. Like I said, Joe, no one's here today. There's a deep cleaning going on, and just earlier a number of deep cleaning crews rocked up, as well as education department staff, and we haven't seen anyone in hazmat suits doing that, but certainly the cars are there, and I think they're assessing the situation.
So it'll be interesting to hear that media conference later today to hear a bit more detail about that case. Those media conferences have generally been happening through the morning at some stage. Ben, have you got any details on the timing of that today? And what changes does the Premier want with overseas repatriation?
No details about that conference, but obviously there'll be more chat about the 8-point plan that the Premier announced yesterday. And that includes international repatriations. That has been cancelled in South Australia until the end of November, and the Premier wants that to be extended. So he's written to the Commonwealth saying, can we please delay international arrivals here in South Australia further? At the start of the pandemic, we were sort of receiving about 600 people from overseas every week, and he wants to free up space for any local coronavirus cases. The Prime Minister, Scott Morrison, also spoke about overseas repatriation earlier today.
Look, where people have the choice of 2 weeks of quarantine or being vaccinated, I think that will be an incentive, unless there's a genuine medical reason why. And
The Premier, Stephen Marshall, says that South Australia is still committed to that overseas repatriation effort, and that South Australia does need to play its part in that scheme, but he's hoping just to delay that scheme here until the local issue has been contained further.